With the Open Publics Meeting Act, an adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as required by the law. Specifically, the annual notice was emailed to the West Essex Tribune and Star-Ledger on January 3rd, 2025. The agenda and resolutions for the meetings are available at livingstonnj.org. Certain portions of this meeting may be closed to the public for the purpose of personnel and/or matters as outlined in the Sunshine Law. Decisions made and/or discussed in closed sessions will be made known to the public at a later time. Notice to the members of the governing body and township staff: any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purpose of township business, and any communications are subject to Open Publics Record Act. To the extent possible, this evening's Township of Livingston Council meeting will be live streamed via Facebook at www.facebook.com/Livingston Township NJ. Questions or comments will be accepted by emailing livcomments@livingstonNJ.org by 4 p.m. on the day of the meeting and shared with the Township Council before the meeting. Each speaker shall follow the rules of order in Livingston Code 2-15.3. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony?
Here.
Badpani?
Here.
Vieira?
Present.
Deputy Mayor Klein?
Here.
Mayor Meinhardt?
I'm here. We're going to rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. This evening, we certainly take in to our hearts the memories of the 28 innocent people who were killed last week in India for the purpose of only because of their religion. And so we certainly remember all of them, and we keep them and their families in our hearts tonight. Thank you. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Eileen Fishman, you are up. Nice to see you, Eileen.
Good evening, Council and Mayor. On May 3rd, Hazardous Household Waste Day, 8:30 to 4, Public Works Building, 99 West Bradford Avenue in Cedar Grove. On May 17th, Recycling Day, 9 to 3 for Computers and Electronics, Public Works Building, 99 Bradford Ave. Essex County Environmental Center is celebrating 20 years this year. Call for a complete list of programs and for spring and summer. They have a lot of good things going on. You know, there's always fun things happening at our zoo. And on June 7th and 8th, 11 to 5, Essex County Riker Hill Art Park has an open house, which is on, you all know already, Buford Avenue in Livingston. And that's it for us.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Always
Good
great to see you. Thanks, Eileen.
Thank you.
All right. Proclamations and presentations. The floor is now open. Livingston Chinese Cultural Day donation. So I'm not sure who is taking the lead on this, but please go ahead. We welcome you, and we look forward to the next few minutes. I think a lot of other people look forward to it as well, other groups. So thank you.
Hello, Mayor and Council members. My name is Xiaoshan Maggie He, President of Livingston Chinese Association.
Hello, Mayor and Council members. My name is Shuk Nang from Livingston Chinese School. I'm a former principal at the school. We're here today with 3 other LCCD committee organizations.
With the support of Livingston Township and the Board of Education, this year the 23rd Livingston Chinese Culture Day was expanded for the first time and hosted at the Fitness and Wellness Center on February 1st, 2025, featuring 50 vendor booths and 44 sponsors, and welcoming more than 600 children and 2,000 attendees total. Yeah. This year's event was our largest and most vibrant yet, thanks to the support of our township, Board of Ed, and the Livingston High School. We quadrupled the exhibition area and attendance rate compared with past years, with more than 40 committee members working closely since September last year. LCCD was an unforgettable day that celebrated Chinese culture and tradition. It was community pride. We also would like to sincerely thank the Town Council for providing us this platform to gather, celebrate, and for giving us the opportunity to show our gratitude to the dedicated staff and volunteers in our community.
Giving back to our community naturally come to our minds. The 5 committee organizations have decided to donate the proceeds to 4 community organizations tonight. We would like to present donation checks tonight to the Livingston Fire Department, Livingston Police Department, Livingston First Aid Squad, and Livingston Public Library. The donation amounts will be $2,000 each for the volunteer-based Livingston Fire Department and Livingston First Aid Squad, and $1,000 each for the town-funded Livingston Police Department and Livingston Library. To present the checks together, we welcome 3 other committee organization representatives. Ms. Chai from Livingston High School. Yeah. Wang Dan from Livingston Washa Chinese School. Yao Jin from Livingstone Christian Church. Jen Lai from Livingston Chinese School. Hong Yuan from Livingston Chinese Association. And Fan Gong from Livingston Chinese Association. Okay. The first check goes to Livingston Police Department. Hong, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please welcome Chief Gary to the front.
Great.
Carl's here for something else, but we're going to see Carl.
The floor is yours.
Thank you very much for thinking of us. We appreciate your generosity.
I'm about to organize you guys.
Come on in, ladies. We're gonna get this out of the way, the photo.
Take it, Russ.
You guys stay still. We're moving this way. Everybody down here has to move this way a little bit. First of all, it was a wonderful event, and we're accepting this tonight, but really the credit goes to the police officers, the officers that are out there every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We get to come up here and accept the check and be part of the ceremony here, but really we have to give thanks to the officers who we mentor them, but then they go out and they really build that trust and a partnership with the community, and they do it so well, and honestly, they make us look good. But also the 2 captains work very hard. We have a lot of events in Livingston. It's a wonderful place. There's always events going on, but behind the scenes, there's a lot of work, and Carl's here as well. He's our traffic sergeant as well. So I got to thank them as well. The 2 captains have been in their positions for just over a year now, and I can't say enough nice things about them. They really are all in for the events and to keep Livingston safe. So, thank you. Okay. All right. Don't lose this one. That's a real one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I do the second check. You announce the name. Okay. We thank you, our police department, for their hard work. Thank you very much. The second check goes to Livingston Library.
Please welcome Director Amy and other executive board members. Yes.
On behalf of the library and the Board of Trustees, I want to say thank you for LCCD and all the work that you do in the community. It has been a pleasure to work with all of your individual organizations and to work with everyone collaboratively. It's truly in the spirit of Livingston, your generosity and your commitment to education and culture. And so on behalf of all of us, I gratefully accept this. Thank you.
Yeah, we thank you so much for Livingston Library. They've been doing wonderful after-school program and events for bilingual programs, for the community. The third check goes to Livingston Fire Department.
Please welcome President Tom Cooney and Craig. Craig, yes.
It's working. Hello?
Yes. Yes, that on behalf of the membership of our volunteer fire department, I want to thank each of your organizations and thank you for inviting us to the event this year. I have to say it was pretty impressive. The pageantry and the performances were spectacular. The crowd was tremendous, so I'm sure it went very well for you. We look forward to working with all of you in the future, and we thank you very much. This is, without the support of our residents, our business community, and organizations like yours, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And as you know, we're out there 24 hours a day, 365 days a year if you need us. So on behalf of the membership, I'd like to thank all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your service. this is the real one. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. You got the real one.
Yeah, we thank you so much, our Livingston Fire Departments, 24/7 a year, non-stop helping the community. The last check goes to Livingston First Aid Squad.
Please welcome President Stacy and.
Treasurer Pat Polito in the audience, so I brought him up here. So on behalf of all of our volunteer members, is this on? Yes. I would like to thank you guys, first of all, for inviting us to your wonderful display. I think it was a great chance. Not many people, you would think they do, but they still don't always know that a lot of the first responders in town are volunteers. And we are, so we appreciate you helping us get the word out there to your community. We appreciate the funds. We're non-for-profit, so all of that's going to go to the medical equipment and keep servicing our equipment and our ambulances. So we really appreciate that. This is our 75th year anniversary. Yes, so this is beautiful, thank you. And we hope to continue to work with you in the future, but also on June 1st, we are having a pancake breakfast. The information will be coming out soon, so I hope to see you guys there. Thank you again for everything. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Fighting for check. 要不要空间笑一下？不用了。Yeah, no check for you, sorry, Mayor. Next time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So before everybody leaves, I just want to, so before everybody takes off, I know they have a lot of stuff going on. First of all, I just want to thank the entire group that came into the Livingston Chinese Cultural Day for everything that you did for these wonderful groups. This room, when you look around this room, we talk about the volunteerism that takes place in our town. Here you go, right? Everybody right here. And this is really the core from all the different organizations. We've all been a part of one or the other. All of us up here have taken part in the events, have been part of all these groups. And we just wanted to thank you for giving back. I talk about the two words that are always important to myself, and I think all of us up here are giving back. And all you folks give back. And all the volunteers who accept it as well, give back. And that's what makes this town as special as it is. And so without all of you, it doesn't work this way. And so I just want to thank you all very much for all that. So thank you. Also, a quick thank you to Gary and to Tom Cooney for keeping your speeches short. We appreciate it this evening as well. So, but thank you guys very much. Thank you. All right, we now have a proclamation for Public Service Recognition Week. I'm not sure if anyone is sticking around for that one, but if not, we're going to read the proclamation. Kate, you want to start with "in honor of"?
Sure. In honor of the millions of public employees at the federal, state, county, and municipal levels, whereas 260 million Americans are served every day by public employees providing a wide range of services, and
Whereas the Township of Livingston and its residents are served by hundreds of dedicated full and part-time township employees each and every day. And whereas township employees, including police officers and firefighters, embassy employees, military personnel, healthcare professionals, and others risk their lives each day in service to the people of the Township of Livingston. And
whereas township employees, including customer service representatives to answer questions about public services and assist residents with problems and concerns, nurses to administer vaccines, clerks to process and issue permits and applications, health officials to guarantee the safety of neighborhoods and businesses, code enforcement inspectors to ensure safe buildings for families and patrons, employees to provide financial administration and safeguarding of public funds, public works employees to collect leaves, plow snow, maintain buildings and fields, engineers to design public improvements, and the laborers to maintain those roads and building improvements, recreation staff to provide people of all ages with social, cultural, and fitness programs, computer technicians, social workers, and countless other occupations whose day in and day out to provide the diverse services expected by the residents of their government with efficiency and integrity.
Whereas without these valued township employees working together at every level, the continuous delivery of services would be impossible with regular changes in leaders and elected officials.
Therefore, I, Edward Meinhardt, Mayor of the Township of Livingston in New Jersey, do announce and proclaim to all the citizens and set seal hereto that May 4th through May 10th, 2025 is Public Service Recognition Week. All citizens are encouraged to recognize the accomplishments and contributions of government employees at all levels of government, and particularly the employees of the Township of Livingston, Essex County, in the state of New Jersey. Thank you. We talk about it all the time from up here. In addition to all the volunteers that I just mentioned, our town does not work with all the public service folks who work for this town and make this town as great as they are, doing everything that they do day in and day out, no matter what the weather is, no matter if they're feeling well, not feeling well. We can't thank all of them enough for everything that they do. So thank you again. All right, moving on to approval. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the April 7th, 2025 regular and conference, as well as the 2025 closed session meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, all those opposed? No. All right, we're now open for the public hearing and adoption of the 2025 bid budget. Carolyn, you want to read the resolution?
Resolution 25-160A, authorizing the bid budget to be read by title.
Is there a motion to move it?
I'll move.
I'll second it.
Roll call?
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Baptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Meinhardt.
Thank you. So we now have the public hearing. I guess we need a motion to open the meeting for the public hearing.
I make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Okay. The meeting is now open for the budget public hearing on the bid budget.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and I'm now looking for, you want to read, we need a motion to adopt Resolution 25-160B.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Baptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Meinhardt.
Yes, so that is now adopted. There are members of the bid here, Beth, who is our person in charge, and to Pete Schofel, and to Lori, who handles the books. Thank you for all that you and your committee do. Al has been the liaison for many, many years of the bid, and so we thank him for all that he does as well, and for on behalf of all the township commercial spaces and businesses here in town, we thank you, and I am looking forward personally to the forum that will be taking place, I think the first Monday in June, that we finally settled on as well, to hear from the businesses as well. Councilman, anything to say as a liaison?
No, I get to see them firsthand. I think you covered it. Thank you so much for all you do for the town, for our businesses. Lori, I see your smiling face there, which I always see at all our bid meetings. And thank you, Pete and Beth, and everyone on the bid. Like I said, I get to see you work and now with subcommittees, and just, you work so hard to keep our businesses flourishing in town. And I think they're doing great. So thank you so much.
All right, moving on to our favorite, the 2025 municipal budget. Will you like to read the resolution, please, for introduction?
Resolution 25-161A, introduction of the 2025 municipal budget by title.
Motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call? Or
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Reptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Reinhardt.
yes.
Resolution 25-161B, establishing 2025 municipal open space tax rate.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Reptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Reinhardt.
Yes. Next one, please.
Resolution 25-161C, computing 2025 reserve for uncollected taxes.
I'll move it.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Reptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yep.
Mayor Reinhardt.
Yes. All right.
Should note the public hearing on the budget is scheduled for
Thank you. Tuesday, May 27th.
Thank you, Barry. Can I have a motion, please, to open the meeting on public comment on agenda items only?
I'll make it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, the meeting's now open to public comments on agenda items only.
I'll close.
Second.
All those in favor of closing?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. Moving on, final hearings. There are two final hearings, so Carolyn, please read the first one.
Ordinance 14-2025, establishing sewer rates.
Okay, can I have a motion to open public comment on this?
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the meeting is now open for public comment on ordinance 14-2025.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All those in favor of closing?
Aye.
Aye. We have a motion, please, to move it.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Reptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Reinhardt.
Yes.
Ordinance 15-2025, establishing water rates.
Motion to open the public comments?
I'll move to open it.
I'm sorry.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. The meeting is now open, it's now open for public comments on ordinance 15-2025.
I'll make a motion to close.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion to move it, please.
Move it.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Reptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Reinhardt.
Yes. Just want to say thank you on both of the two that we just passed, to our CFO and to our water guru upstairs, Nathan, who helped us on that, to the little finance committee that was put together, Councilman Batani, thank you for your help as well on getting these rates under control. This has been the first time in 4 years that we've had to raise these, and we've done them very gradually and not to hurt as much, but it's been 4 years since both of these have gone up. So thank everybody for their help in making this possible in a proper way. Introduction, please, ordinance 17-2025.
Ordinance 17-2025, authorizing the issuance of $4 million in bonds or notes for Phase C1 well remediation.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance for introduction.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any discussion? No, first, roll call.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Reptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Reinhardt.
Yes.
And Mayor, the public hearing for this ordinance will be Tuesday, May 13th.
Okay, next one, please.
Ordinance 18-2025, authorizing the execution of a discharge of mortgage for that certain property known as Block 1001, Lot 27.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance for introduction.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Reptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Reinhardt.
Yes.
And Mayor, this will also have its public hearing Tuesday, May 13th.
Okay, ordinance 19-2025.
Ordinance 19-2025, authorizing the issuance of $3,050,000 bonds or notes for improvements to water utility system.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Reptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Reinhardt.
Yes.
This will also have a public hearing on Tuesday, May 13th.
Okay, 2025, please.
Ordinance 2025, authorizing the issuance of $3,565,000 bonds or notes for improvements to sewer utility system.
I'll make a motion to approve the ordinance for introduction.
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Laptani. Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Meinhardt.
Yes.
Bless
And
you.
this one will also have its public hearing on Tuesday, May 13th.
Okay, last one, please.
Ordinance 21-2025, providing an appropriation of $11,280,000 for various improvements and authorizing the issuance of $6,703,774 bonds or notes.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Laptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Meinhardt.
Yes.
And this will be also Tuesday, May 13th.
All right, the consent agenda, all matters listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Does anybody want any of these pulled out for separate readings? Hearing none? Hearing none? No? Okay, will you please read all the resolutions?
Resolution 25-163, 2025-2026 Livingston Municipal Grant Resolution to Prevent Substance Use Disorder. Resolution 25-164, adopting the 2025 Essex County Hazard Mitigation Plan. Resolution 25-165, authorizing the award of a contract to Grabowski Construction, Inc. Resolution 25-166, authorizing the award of a contract to DLS Contracting, Inc. Resolution 25-167, resolution of the Township Council rejecting a bid. Resolution 25-168, authorizing the award of a contract to Suburban Consulting Engineers, Inc. Resolution 25-169, authorizing the award of a contract to NV5, Inc. Resolution 25-170, authorizing the award of a contract to Watson Furniture Group. Resolution 25-171, authorizing the sale of surplus property. Resolution 25-172, authorizing the award of a contract to Rio Supply, Inc. Resolution 25-173, extending the 2025 budget process dates. Resolution 25-174, authorizing the award of a contract to Jesco, Inc. Resolution 25-175, authorizing the award of a contract to Gold Type Business Machines, Inc. for license plate readers. Resolution 25-176, authorizing the award of a contract to Gold Type Business Machines, Inc. for e-tickets. Resolution 25-177, authorizing the award of a contract to Continental Hardware, Inc. Resolution 25-178, authorizing 2025 temporary emergency appropriations. Resolution 25-179, authorizing execution of a developer's agreement with EAS Livingston LLC.
Thank you very much. We have a motion to accept.
I'll move the resolution.
Second.
Second. Any discussion before? Nope. Please read the roll call.
Councilmember Anthony.
Yes.
Laptani.
Yes.
Viera.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Klein.
Yes.
Mayor Meinhardt.
Yes, thank you. Can I have a motion, please, to open the meeting to public portion? On any
Motion.
comment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. So the meeting is now open for public portion on any subject with a 3-minute time limit. Please state your name and if you're a resident. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pretty Maida, and do I need to state my address, or I'm good? Okay. Longtime resident, born and raised in Livingston. So I did not plan that this was going to be on First Responder Night, but anyway, I'm going for it anyway. I didn't realize this, but good evening. I am speaking to you today about a cause that I learned about earlier this year. It's called the Aliver Foundation, a nonprofit organization based in Union County. Their mission is to place all-weather, tamper-resistant AEDs in outdoor parks and recreation areas, while also providing training and mental health services for individuals and families affected by heart disease. At a foundation fundraiser for them in January, I learned something that truly stayed with me. While AEDs are becoming more common in schools, businesses, and other indoor facilities, outdoor spaces are still largely without them. Even when AEDs are available outdoors, most of them are not housed in climate-controlled enclosures, leaving them vulnerable to extreme weather and potentially unreliable during an emergency. After the event, I did have the opportunity to approach Councilman Vieira, who is kindly looking into this matter for me. However, I felt it was important to bring it to the full council's attention for a few reasons. As a volunteer for the Camuso holiday display at the Oval, I have seen firsthand the incredible hard work our volunteer fire, first aid, and police departments put in each year to welcome visitors from both Livingston and beyond. It struck me how important it would be to have an all-weather AED on site. The Oval hosts not only the Camuso display, but also events like the 4th of July fireworks, high school sports, and major community gatherings. It's a place where our town comes together and truly feels like home. Beyond the Oval, our town's soccer and baseball fields are busy almost year-round, attracting both local families and visitors from out of town. These fields, too, would greatly benefit from having climate-controlled AEDs readily accessible. An important detail to note, each all-weather AED unit costs approximately $2,500. These units are specially designed to be tamper-resistant and can only be opened after someone calls 911, ensuring they are secure, properly monitored, and only accessed in true emergencies. Some nearby communities are investing in this life-saving equipment. Getting involved now could not only enhance safety in Livingston, but also open doors for future collaborations with neighboring towns on broader public health and safety initiatives. My family has lived in Livingston for decades, and we know firsthand the dedication of our volunteer first aid, fire, and police departments. Their service is something we are deeply proud of. Supporting them and protecting the public by placing reliable climate-controlled AEDs in our outdoor spaces seems not just practical, but necessary. Tonight, I respectfully and sincerely ask that the council consider supporting the placement of outdoor climate-controlled AEDs in our parks, fields, and public spaces. It's a modest investment, but one that could make immeasurable difference in an emergency. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for bringing that to our attention. That was obviously very appropriate this evening with the first responders who were here. Yeah, but it's fine. It was great. I do know, and I guess they may or may not be weatherproof, but I do know that we made a pitch, we made a few years ago to put
Barbara
them.
Sherman came in front of us
Yeah,
to talk about
and we
it,
put
yeah.
them on, and we know like the fields have them. Pat, I assume the Little League fields, you have, are they weather resistant?
Indoors, so that they're weather resistant, so they don't have to be outside. They're accessible whenever anyone's at the fields. But Trudy makes a very good point in terms of having them outside and accessible at the Oval or places like that where they may not be readily accessible.
Actually,
And that's what happened, was that the founder of the foundation, she was in a public park in Union County, and she was having a heart attack, and a bystander saw her, and she survived, but then she realized that the AEDs in her area, so like this is something that anyone can use. It's not just a first aid professional that needs to be trained on using an AED. It gives you the instructions after you call 911, telling you how to use it. Like you get a code when you call 911, and then the person walks you through how to use it.
Mayor,
So,
Mayor Barry, I think the perfect place actually would be at the Camuso display where the building is, and just put it, there's an outdoor porch, you can put it just right out there, where, you know what, that's a gathering place, especially in the summertime, you have the concert series over there. In the wintertime, you have the Camuso display where you get thousands of people. I think right by that Camuso display would be a perfect place for it.
yeah, I was gonna take a little broader shot at it, but I was hoping maybe you could maybe forward what you just said to, what you said to myself and maybe to Barry Lewis, and we can discuss it not only on the Oval, but we could discuss it with Ron Barbella, who runs all the fields as well, the Little League people, so then we can really do the purchases. If we're gonna do it, we really should buy, multiple ones at one time, obviously, for pricing purposes. And
I can put you in touch with the executive director of the foundation. I know her well.
so why don't you do that and send us follow-up with your email, then we can talk to Ron Barbella, who is our field as well. Pat right behind you runs our Little Leagues operations. We can talk about Little League right here. We can talk about what Councilman Vieira just said, putting it on there, and look at the other sites that also might be in play throughout the town as well. That would make sense. Pat?
Yeah, this reminds me of a situation that occurred quite a few years ago, where several young soccer players were electrocuted by a lightning strike on a field in West Orange. And that raised the issue with one of our high school students at that time
Why don't we have lightning detectors? They're readily available. And the township went and put lightning detectors into the various locations in the community. And we have warnings now. When a storm is coming, people get off the field. And so far, we haven't had any problems. But this is similar, the kind of thing that's proactive, the kind of thing that we should have and we should move forward with. And thank you very much for bringing that up.
Yeah, Pat actually beat me to my thank you, but I was going to thank you very much for as well, because like I say many times, when people come, we learn so much when people come and talk to us. And so we really appreciate that, what you said, and, maybe one day, I hope not, but maybe it will save someone's life. Hopefully it will never need to be needed, but if it does, you will certainly remember, this meeting where everything started from.
My parents and I were just so grateful to our first aid squad and ambulance and police department. We had to call you all many times, and everyone's always been great, so we're just very grateful.
Like I said earlier, we're very fortunate to have all these first responders here in Livingston as well. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. Please send us an email, Barry and I, and we'll certainly follow up and decide what locations would be best and where they should go. Thank you.
And Mayor, if I can add just one statement, I always read Preeti's name as Camuso's elf. Is that right? Yeah. So thank you for that, too.
Actually, it's a whole family affair because her father, Conte, is a member of the advisory council, too. So it's a family of volunteers. Thank you. Pretty.
Okay. Any other comments on the public portion?
Hi, Michelle Amin, resident. I first want to say that the last time I was here, I talked about repaving my road. So thank you to Kaiten for helping move that along. Hopefully we'll be repaved soon. Again, interesting that it's First Responders Night. I'm coming to talk about traffic at the high school. I went to BOE, they said it's you guys, and the police really, kids are getting their license, they're driving like crazy people, there are a lot of almost accidents. Parents are letting their kids out in the middle of the road because they have to get to school on time. It's a bit of a disaster. So what I suggest from the couple years that I've been doing the drop-off, and a lot of you know more because you did it historically, is kids are parking on Amherst on each side of the street, depending on the day of the week, and the cars are going in either direction. There's not enough space. So I don't know if maybe the rules of when you're allowed to park on the side streets need to be adjusted to not include the morning drop-off hour, and then the kids who want to drive to school just need to figure it out better. Berkeley is wider, so I guess it's a different issue, and then the parking lots, of course, are also a disaster. The cops are there. Security is there. It's not that they're not there, it's that you're trying to get too many people into a small space and everybody's rushing. So I know we had that issue years ago at the elementary schools, and I know that you guys were really great with lines and cops and cones. At the high school, it's a little bit different because we have kids driving, and they're not really driving safely. So we can't expect the police to be there every day because I think it's unrealistic, but maybe there could be just additional signage and additional permissions on where they're allowed to park, because again, on Amherst, we can't safely get the kids to school. If I'm going down, a car's going up, kids are crossing, and other kids are parking. It's just not wide enough. Thank you very much.
Mayor, can I mention something? So I think this sounds very similar to what Al and I were in a subcommittee. We ended up with having a conversation with the Harrison principal, the residents around it, the parents. Then we had the town support. So we had police and the traffic engineer, and it was essentially 3 meetings. And it was a conversation to kind of go through and see, what can be done better. When you put the heads together, I think that's when the solutions come out. So great suggestions. There could be a little bit more from traffic perspective, the experts' perspective. Maybe that can come in as well. So something to that line, I think we should probably discuss that. Barry, maybe we can bring the specialist in and try seeing that. If needed, maybe a focus group might really help, because it really solved the problem in 3 meetings in Harrison schools, something along the line.
At the very beginning of the school year, I heard that the principal was having the police come and give tickets out to the kids that were parking where they weren't supposed to park. It was very effective. It's just, at the elementary school, it's speaking to the parents, and the parents listen. At the high school, it's just a different element. The kids are in a rush, and they want to get the best parking spot possible. So it's tricky.
Yeah, different problems, slightly different solution maybe, yeah.
Okay, I just want to follow up on what you just, the last speaker about with the AEDs that we just talked. So I have to tell you that sometimes Ron Barbella, who I was just mentioning, I just received a text that we have them at Madonna, Oakner, Heritage, Mount Pleasant, Hillside, Monmouth Court, Harrison, Northland, and at Haynes Pool. I asked if they were all-weather ones like you had asked, and there are boxes that are all-weather, and he takes them in from November 1st through April 11th when those fields are not being used because they can't be outside in extreme weather, and they are serviced every year by the LPD. So I just, interestingly enough, and Deputy Mayor Klein remembers that Barbara Sherman
Elliot Sherman came in and talked about this, and they're very active on the first aid squad, as everyone here knows.
So so it's just interesting that we do have some already out, but we'll certainly keep looking and researching them as well. That one we don't have, so that one, no, I'm just saying, but that was some of the other stuff. Camuso, 100 agree. It's just good to know that we do have them up already in some of the locations where the kids are. I 100% agree with Camuso, and we'll certainly get one of those right away. I think that's a great idea. Great, thank you very much. Okay, Tim, I think you were waiting? Sorry.
That's great of Ron.
Tim Foley, resident for 54 years, fourth generation. I have two things. I would like to thank Livingston PD for sitting on Mount Pleasant Parkway and slowing some of the traffic down, but they can't be there all the time. I'm just wondering if you guys can do a traffic study. Seriously, it's Hillside and 10, that's the issue. And my street, I knew when I bought my house it was a cut-through street, but now, this young lady over here said that young kids are getting their license and they're doing 90 miles an hour down my street. I don't want the bumps in the road or anything, but I think we need some sort of study to see what can be done, especially at Hillside and 10, or maybe signs at certain times, no left turn going on the Mount Pleasant Parkway, and no right turns coming down Hillside Terrace unless you're a resident. I mean, not sure what you can do about that, but it's getting out of hand, with everybody cutting through and not waiting for the light at Route 10 and Hillside. So,
Barry, can you maybe ask the chief to look into that? I mean, that's what they do. That's it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I did mention it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Whenever we were here last, you mentioned it.
Yeah.
I did bring it up, and I did speak.
No, they've been there
Yeah.
multiple times a week for the past few weeks.
I did
And
follow up. I did
that's
follow
why I
up
want
on
to thank
what you said 3
yeah,
weeks ago.
That's what I want to thank the Livingston Police Department and Gary and his troops too. So, my last minute and a half. Barry, any news on the dumpster ordinance, maybe?
Hopefully we'll have something soon.
Okay.
And it's a little tricky because a lot of situations are arguably grandfathered, and we're trying to figure a way to make it retroactively effective.
Okay, great. Sure. Thanks, guys.
Any other comments for public portion?
Seeing none, I'll make a motion to close public comment.
I'll second.
All those in favor of closing public?
Aye.
Okay. All right, reports of township officials and council members. Ann.
Thank you very much. I just want to thank everybody for the cooperation to get the budget done. This is the earliest since I've been here that we've gotten it done. We're only one meeting away from actually being extra early. And that's because we met early this year, I think, with the whole council. And also we have our finance committee, which made a big difference. And I just want to thank everybody.
Adam?
No updates at this time.
Barry?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. First and foremost, just on a personal level, I'd like to join the council. The council did recognize Public Service Recognition Week. As sort of the head of the day-to-day operations, I can't express enough my appreciation for the staff and the great team that we have of dedicated workers. And a little shout out to our HR department that also puts together some activities to recognize our employees. So thank the council for recognizing them, and then also joining with my own appreciation for the entire staff of the township. Like to similarly thank the council, also particularly recognize Ann for all her hard work the budget. Very proud that we're able to do it this early. Again, also a shout out to Councilman Batani and Mayor Meinhardt, who serve on the Finance Committee. That's been, I think, a good tool to help us kind of collaborate and bounce ideas and expedite things. So that's good news as well. A couple of quick items that were on the consent agenda. I just want to call them out because I think, it gets passed on the consent agenda and people don't necessarily notice it. One is thank the council for their continuing support on the stream cleaning. It's been very important. We did a major project last year. This continues the project for all those people that are affected by flooding and the river overflowing its banks. The area that we saw very positive results and reports from residents that it alleviated, but again, that just pushes it further downstream. So this project moves the cleaning further downstream and will help, I think, provide relief to additional residents as we continue to move down. The other quick one, again, is a thank you to the council for approving the contract for the library parking lot. This is an expansion as well as resurfacing and redoing the existing parking lot, but also adding a significant number of spaces, which will not only benefit the library, but also to the residents' point. Hopefully, if maybe we pull more library patrons into the parking lot and they have more spaces, that'll free up more spaces on the Oval and potentially provide more parking for high school students and otherwise. I would also note that we are currently studying ways to provide additional parking in the Oval. I think part of it is just a lack of enough parking as the school population grows and the Oval becomes more, attractive and more people go. So we're certainly aware of that. And then finally, the council did, and again, thank you for approving the acquisition of additional license plate readers. Those have proven to be a really invaluable tool for the police department, for them to, recognize stolen vehicles or vehicles that shouldn't be coming into town. They get notified and are able to immediately dispatch to those particular locations and track them down, and also a good tool in terms of, wrongdoers leaving the community. So just a couple things I wanted to highlight. And also thank you to the resident for bringing the AEDs. We'll follow up certainly on the Camuso and the Oval. That was it. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Barry. Counselor?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick update on fair share housing. Our third round compliance hearing was scheduled for April 21st. We had a prior hearing in which we submitted 36 exhibits to the court demonstrating that we were, mostly in compliance with the third round, with the only material outstanding item was our redevelopment plan with the Livingston Mall. We passed that. This week, the court didn't adjourn the hearing. The court converted the hearing and is allowing the council just to submit its final judgment of repose via a 5-day rule. So we're drafting that order. It's a detailed order. It should be submitted tomorrow. We believe the judge will sign it, and Livingston will have its third round compliance completed.
Great, thank you so much, and thank you for all your hard work to getting to this where we are with the third round. Carolyn?
Nothing from me tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
All right, reports of Township Council Member. I think, Keaton, you're up this.
Yes, I am, Mayor, thank you. So it's a long list. Gonna take a little bit. I think I'm gonna first start with some somber note. We had Pope's passing, and I want to acknowledge and mention that it is a wonderful human being that we lost, a leader of a major religion, and I know a lot of our folks were in mourning. So I wanted to mention that. One other piece, which we had a very moving ceremony. Thank you, Mayor, for mentioning that and having everybody pray for the victims that were lost. The number of people that were lost. I'm going to make a quick statement about that. So what we really saw on Friday is that we gathered at Gazebo to remember the innocent lives lost in Kashmir, India. We had Mayor Meinhardt, Deputy Mayor Klein, Councilman Anthony, and myself were there, along with Assemblywoman Bagoli, Assemblywoman Gill, and State Senator John McCain, as well as Board of Ed members, Parul Kemka, Pam Choles, Fang Ong, and Ina. And we honored their memory. The folks who lost their lives, the victims, really, the horrendous violence, the senseless violence that took them away from us. And these were not just victims. These were fathers, sons, husbands, friends, each with dreams, hopes, and stories that were tragically cut short. Many were sole source of income for their families. They were from various countries, and it was such a moving ceremony. The note here is that this horrific and inhumane attack shattered the peace of that region that was taking hold after decades of unrest. And when you hear that, how each victim was meticulously identified and killed after identifying their religion, just because of their religion, you sense how inhumane and terrifying this terror attack was. These are exactly the times when we, the peace-loving people, come to each other's side, stand united, condemn violence, and the hate that happens in the name of religion. So I asked at the vigil to everyone present and say, we can remain silent and promote peace and advocate peace, but we can always change that one word. And let's be vocal for peace. Let's stand up and say no more. The hate, the type of violence that we see, the people that were subjugated for that, they were innocent victims, tourists, and just because they were belonging to a particular religion, there was no reason for them to lose their lives. Once again, I thank our first responders. Pat, you were there, and very, very short notice, the first aid, Livingston First Aid, came to ensure that we were safe. The police department was present, again, very short notice. About 250 plus members of the community were there. It was a very somber occasion, and again, thank you for everyone for being there. Moving on to a few items. So we attended, all of us in the council, we were at the Intergeneration Prom. I think it was a fabulous event. We had so much fun serving the food to seniors. There was Easter egg hunt on, held by Lions, and again, always a fun event. I think, Michael, you attended that. Shine a light, oh, somebody else was there as well? I was there. Oh, you were there? Okay, fantastic.
I didn't find any eggs, though.
Oh, okay.
I got snided.
Snided?
The kids found them faster than me. They beat me.
Yeah,
They beat me.
the nearest one was too far, is it?
Right.
Then there was a Shine a Light autism event. That was fabulous, and all of us attended that as well. Couple of trips happened. The most fun event, I think, in the back of the school, it's trips. I love the energy of kids. If one happened in Hillside, another Harrison, fabulous job by the team there. And we planted a tree, the Arbor Day, and we also checked out the tree that we planted last year. It started flowering, so that's amazing. That was on Friday. There was Pick It Up Livingston, rather. That was on Sunday. And I thank Abhishek and Sean Sean, you want to add?
So this was the first year, I think this is the 8th one we've done of these, the Pick It Up Livingston, and just remind everyone, there's a couple hundred people out there divided on lots of the streets that are filled with the most litter, and they're just out there cleaning it up for a couple hours on a Sunday morning. And we do it once a year, and if you haven't done it before, come on out. It really feels great to do this with your neighbors. It makes you feel great about the town, and it's a great way to show how much we love this place. The torch was passed to a new leader of the event, Abhishek Gangwal, who did a wonderful organizing for this. He brought a lot of energy, and he learned a lot, and I think next year is going to be even better. But this year was terrific, and I just wanted to say thanks so much to everyone who participated. And also thank you very much to the Livingston Police Department and the DPW, who are up early on that Sunday to make sure everything is smooth. They control the traffic. They make sure that everyone who wants to pitch in can do it in a safe way. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. And yes, again, thank you to Abhishek. I think one other organization I will thank in that, Sean, is the SEVA organization. So these are the folks that come in. Almost all of the volunteers are from Seva. And of course, my own Rotary Club was there too. So Rotary, thank you. Seva,
Also, my
thank
Rotary
you.
Club.
And I don't know if you're Kiwanis, but anyway, so other clubs were there as well. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I guess coming back to Sean's point, the first responders always help, and that was amazing covered there too. In terms of couple other announcements, we have a food pantry that's really low, and that's really low on paper goods. So inviting and asking the residents to come and drop in. There's a 24-hour drop box inside the police department to help out the food pantry. And a few items to go over for what's coming up. Of course, Cinco de Mayo is on May 5th. But prior to that, we have a bunch of items, a bunch of places to go to. Loyalty Day, 11 a.m. At the War Memorial Park on 1st of May at 11 a.m. again, I think I said that. Livingston Celebrates Israel. That would be a big event. Last year, if last year was any evidence, I remember going to Senior Center, and there was not one car spot left. In fact, cars were on the grass. Not allowed, but they were on the grass. It was fabulous. We'll have a flag hoisting as well here afterwards on the same day. We have Kiwanis Carnival on May 13th to 17th. Some of us on the dais are so inclined to play golf. They are all looking forward to the annual golf outing. That's on May 5th, 10:30 to 8 on Cedar Hill. LACD has a couple of events coming up. Arts and Crafts Program, May 5th, and Spring Party on May 3rd. Sanskriti has Dakshin Mahotsav. That's in Heritage Middle School on 3rd of May. And I think I'm gonna skip a couple of them, but not really that I'm skipping, but it's really far. But what is going to happen is Mother's Day before we meet again. Yeah, it will be May 12th. I think our meeting is after that. So happy Mother's Day to everybody in advance. And on that same day, we have Sanskriti Holi. And we also have AAPI picnic on 18th of May. So that's pretty exhaustive list here. Anything I missed, gentlemen?
If I could just jump in, since you mentioned the Township Golf Outing, and since he's here, shout out to Pat Ippolito, who chairs that committee and puts in a lot of volunteer time to make that a great event. And the funds, all the funds raised go to a charity, and our own CFO, Ann Cucci, is also on the committee. So thank you both.
I knew my golf outing will strike a nerve.
The only thing I'm sorry, I was going to add one more thing. I apologize. I don't think I gave it to you, so I apologize. I didn't follow my own lead. Yesterday was, the library had a special resource fair. Councilman Anthony joined me for a few minutes. It was a wonderful event. I give Ann and her whole team a lot of credit. The library board was there as well. Some of the folks were there from the library board. Great event. Nice to see everybody out there. Councilwoman Bagoli brought a, I'm sorry. Assemblywoman Bagoli, I'm very confused. She was a councilwoman. Assemblywoman Bagoli came along with a thing from Trenton, making the library a Friends of Disability library. So that was nice for the library as well. So I said a couple words, and I want to thank Amy. I said Amy. No, I said Ann. I said Amy. I apologize, Amy. I want to thank Amy for that. You got anything else?
Yeah, Mayor, I'm not sure whether Councilman Batani mentioned this. I sent it to him, but the Arts Council had a wonderful event over at the Lakari Farm. That's their new home for their arts gallery. It was wonderful. It's if you get a chance to visit it, it's beautiful grounds over there. They had their first, it was called The Originals on Sunday, and I'm sure they're going to be having a couple more openings and art expositions over there. But congratulations to the Livingston Arts Council.
Okay, we are going to continue the conference meeting. We will be in open, and then we're going to go into closed afterwards. Afterwards, we will be going into closed again.
Yeah, the only formal action that will be taken by this council after this will be a resolution to go into closed.
Thank you all for coming.